Alright guys, so I'm going to walk you through how I do my speed training. I'm going to slowly work into it. Just came out here. Haven't hit any balls yet. We're going to slowly work into it. I want you guys to pay attention to my club speed and ball speed down here. That's what we're going to be working on. The goal at some point, we're going to hit probably about 50 balls. The goal here, we're going to try to get to 200 ball speed. So I'm going to slowly work into it. But the goal is to hit a lot of balls really fast.
Okay guys, like the intro said, we're just gonna gradually keep increasing our swing speed, hopefully reach new limits here today. You know, I don't believe in stretching, especially on a cold muscle. I believe it leaves you more prone to injury. So what I'm doing here is I'm slowly stepping up the power. You know, it's nice and smooth, rhythmic to start with. You can see a little bit of some struggles here. The shaft is a little bit too stiff for that slow of swing speed. Not able to generate enough spin to keep that ball in the air there. So that swing there, 116 mile per hour, 167 ball speed. I think this one here, we turned it up a little bit. That had a nice higher ball flight, carrying quite a ways. Carried out there around 340, rolling out to 376. Let's see what those numbers were. So almost 121 there on the third swing. So we're moving up. Let me know what you guys are using for tees and stuff. I'm trying these new tee locks. They kind of twist into the artificial turf there, and I'm able to stick a tee inside of it. One of the biggest things I struggle with is I can't find anything that keeps my tee from flying, and I actually have some tees stuck in my spray foam in my ceiling, and it makes for quite the adventure to get those things down. So this swing there, almost 126 swing speed. We're starting to feel more comfortable with ourselves. We feel our body warming up. This garage is nice and toasty, and by the end of this session, you guys might be able to see I'm dripping. So shot 6 there, 125.5 mile per hour club speed, 179 on the ball speed. The spin number is right around 2200. So you can see here, you know, I'm pumping up the speed. I'm still swinging within myself. You'll know when I start swinging a little harder, you can see a little bit of a body sway. And it's not so much a sway, because I like to think I still stay inside my right foot, but I will kind of, prior to taking the club back, I like to pivot my weight forward and then bring it back. It helps create the feeling that I am loading up all my weight behind me as fast as I can. So already shot 9, I already achieved 128.6 mile per hour club head speed. So at this point in time, I know my body's good to go. I'm able to start swinging. The thing I'm quite pleased with so far is I am keeping a majority of these balls in the grid. You know, hitting the ball far is great. Accuracy is still required. You know, I still like to go out on the golf course and contend. At one time I was a pretty good player. I still maintain a +3 handicap. I'm still showing up to the golf course and maintaining that 69 scoring average. But you know, with times changing and, you know, my competitive levels kind of taking a turn. Not saying I'm not competitive, but I just don't have that drive to go chase competitive golf for 18 holes a day and then 3 or 4 times a week for tournaments. So I started, you know, big follower of Kyle Berkshire. I think he's an incredible guy. I love following all of his stuff. His YouTube page is phenomenal. It's impressive to see what he is able to do and what his body allows him to do. So shot 12 here. 129.93 club speed, 183.2 ball speed. My spin is right in check, right at 1600. So you can see here I'm starting to dial it up. I got that recoil coming back down from the top. So as you can see right now, you know, my speed is good. You can see me rehearsing here. I'm trying to feel that load and that nice high backswing to get everything coiled up. But you can see here I'm hitting 130.83 club speed, and my ball speed is just not a good reflection of my club speed. I believe it should be faster. And I know it should be faster because during the session here, I feel like I just wasn't able to find the center of the club face. You can see there 130, and now my ball speed is 187. So I know I hit closer to the center of the club face. So the biggest and most challenging thing for me is my normal playing driver that I use. It is significantly heavier, but it's a balanced heavy. And this shaft right here, this is that crank long driver that I had purchased. That 46 gram shaft is just, it's a little harder to time. You know, it's very rewarding when I can find the snap and time it, you know, at the bottom, you know, making impact with the golf ball. But it's a little harder to time. You can see here, you know, I hit a lot of big draws. The draw is fine, but those crazy big hooking balls are a little harder to control for me. That was a pretty good ball there. That one, 392 total yardage. Let's see what the numbers were. 131. Okay, so we have a new high. My ball speed was 185.4. That one looked pretty good as well. It's pretty much following the exact same shot tracer as the last one. A little more carry. That one's going to roll out to 400 yards even. Let's see, 130.14, 185.5 ball speed. Watch my feet here. You can see I do that shift forward and then coming back. That is just my way of feeling my body completely load up on my backswing. So now we're consistently getting out there. That one was 392 for final yardage. 131.06. Okay, so what I want you guys to see here is my body is borderline trying to tell me I have reached my peak, and this is where it's crucial to keep swinging, keep putting your body in a place of discomfort, because at some point in time it's going to want to go faster. You have to mentally focus and tell yourself, because it's all a mental game. If you don't think you're able to go faster, you're not going to be able to go faster. You need to tell yourself that you can, and you will. So I'm consistently right there, 131 again. That one's getting a little sporadic. That one's hooking pretty hard right to left. But if you look at the numbers again, shot 21 is 129 mile per hour, 179.6. So I can tell you right there, I did not hit that one very solid. Anytime you see a big sweeping right to left, it's not going to carry as far. It's got too much side spin at that point, and it's knuckling back down out of the air. So we're kind of taking away from that backspin number and putting it more into a side spin, kind of a side axis twist there. 130.23 mile per hour club speed, 186 ball speed. This one was solid. This one's carrying out there. A little over 360 on the carry, rolling out to 390. And the screen shows there 363 carry, 390 total, 131.26. So you can see I'm still at that number. I'm not getting any faster at this point. So that was 2 in a row. That one carried about the exact same yardage. This is the point where we need to just keep pushing. We need to keep swinging and swinging and swinging. So 130.84. 184 mile per hour ball speed. and the one-handed finish, you could probably guess what happened there. Not the best contact. Again here, there I am just rehearsing kind of the feeling I want to create at the bottom of the swing. Feel my upper body and lower body coming together. So you're going to see here shortly that I develop a little bit of a temper. I am not very satisfied with the way I am hitting this driver. You know, it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's not doing what I've done in prior sessions. And I mean, I continue to do the same thing. I mean, everything is going right to left for me. The contact just isn't there for me during the session, but you know, it's not 100% about the contact for this for me. Even though you'll see here very soon the frustration sets in, and I will go ahead and pull out my other driver. But you can see time and time again, I'm getting that right to left. Snap hook, it just does not have enough spin and backspin to keep that ball in the air, and I'm still stuck at that 130, 131 mark, and my ball speed is just stuck at that 185, 187 for the ball speed. So I think that's 4 in a row now, 4 or 5 in a row now. I have basically created the exact same shot, where it's just starting down the middle and duck hook out of the grid to the left. So this one here was a little bit better, still a little too much draw, but this is kind of reassuring. That was an interesting kick as well. So shot 31 was the first ball in quite a while that kind of achieved more of the numbers that I was looking for. So now my ball speed is 188.3, club head speed back up to that 131 mark, better contact. And we jump right back to the same stuff we've been struggling with, that big right to left snap hook, bad timing coming through the ball. Ball speed was good though. I will say I drove that one very hard, even though my club head speed was slower. Another ball, 401. So that was also reassuring. If you guys are still watching and you guys are enjoying my suffering here during this session, please like and subscribe. You know, I appreciate all you guys. If you guys have any questions, please leave comments. I try to respond to everyone. I don't think I have missed a single person so far. So if you have any questions about what I'm doing or what I'm trying to achieve, you know, let me know. I'm more than happy to spend some time talking with you guys. So this one was lost to the right. It was, if you've watched any of my prior videos, you know, I mentioned about a slide going forward. That's going to produce that right shot, you know. But it was a good sight for me after seeing so many balls go foul ball left. So this one, it's going to be pretty close to the line, right down the middle. I'm not showing much emotion with that one, but so I can assume that one was pretty good. 130.48 club, 185.8 ball. Backspin's right there at that money making 1800 like I like. 365 yard carry. Launch was a little high, 15.5 is a little high. If I got a tailwind, that's phenomenal, but in stale standard conditions or even a headwind, 15.5 is a little bit too high. And the frustration finally set in. This is where I grab my normal playing driver. So that last one was 128, 180 ball speed. And you can tell after just this first swing how much more comfortable I feel with this driver. It's been in my bag for quite some time. That one there was absolutely crushed. So this is the first ball that I have hit that has broke that 400 yard barrier. I've hit one at 400, one at 401. That one was 408, 379 yard carry. My ball speed, first swing was hit in the center of the club face, 192 mile per hour ball speed. And you can see during this session, the comfortability sets in even further. This driver just feels so good in my hands. I don't know what to say there. That one was 387 yard carry, 418 yard total, ball speed 191, club head speed 132. So even with a driver that is half an inch longer and weighs significantly less overall, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be faster. You know, confidence is a big part, as I mentioned before. That was 131.97 club, 192 ball. So you can tell here I'm making repeated solid contact. 413 yards total on that last one. This one here, not as solid, but that one still carried over 380 yards. 413 yards total distance for the second time. And I ran to go get some more tees because they are gonzo. So that one, 132, 192. So that was my best thus far. We're winding down here. This is shot 43. I like that shot shape a lot. That right to left draw. It just gives me a little bit more roll than those other shot shapes. Straight is good. A cut just generates a little bit too much backspin. That one was 132 club, 193 ball speed there. Fast recoil. I'm not liking that falling backwards motion that I'm doing. I understand what I'm doing. I'm swinging really hard and I'm basically lifting off the ground. But that step back tells me, and I'm analyzing this with you guys, it tells me that my weight is falling back out of the way, which could be a result of, you know, swinging so hard, but I need to drive that ball up and feel like I'm reaching to the right rather than spinning this thing around to the left. So that's something I need to work on when I get back out in the garage. That was 133 club speed and 192 ball. So that there was probably our first one that I think I've seen over 133. $133, $189.
They don't wanna see me make it, they don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see
132, 191. I can hear myself saying that I was tired at that point. That one was just a complete mishit. My body is now completely depleted. I know that I have 2 shots left to make. Right now I'm just trying to focus up, make 2 more good swings at the ball. I could tell at the end of the session too, I was so sweaty my glove was it was getting a little damp, and it was actually getting a little hard to hold on to the club. But so 132, 191, and this last swing, it's a little slower, but I will say, out of all of them, this was the best feeling swing number 50.
Won't bother hiding my bruises, and when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Well, there you have it. There's my 50 balls. It looked like 133 was our max today. I think we hit 193 ball speed. Was having a hard time with my crank driver. I couldn't make contact. Part of that is I'm so used to, I don't want to blame it on the club, but you know, going half an inch longer, the contact was so inconsistent where I know I hit my main club that I play with out on the course consistently solid. And then that's when my speeds, I was able to make contact. You know, obviously the speed picked up. I would have done the same thing with the crank driver too, but it's all about pushing your body to the limit. And that's what these 50 hard swings do. They move your standard up. You got to push beyond your breaking point. You still got to know your body's limits. But you can see, I mean, my first few swings, I started out at 114 and I slowly worked my way up. But then once I felt comfortable, my body felt loose and warm, I felt like I was able to just go ahead and start swinging. I was very pleased to see my backspin where I wanted it for the most part. I was also very pleased with the majority of my balls being landing in the zone. So, you know, we only do this twice a week. We got to let the body recover. Make sure we take care of ourselves. We don't want to get injured and stuff. But you know, we hit some big balls out there. A lot of balls over 400 yards. So this session looked like 133 was the max we hit on our club speed. Still a little slow of where I've been. I have hit 137. 195 and a half is my best ball speed. Looked like we hit 193 for ball speed and 133 for club head speed. So we'll try it again later.